Welcome everyone, Deronda here with Foods 101. Today I'm working with puff pastry. I'm going to show you how to make these puff pastries with a Nutella cream center. These are absolutely fantastic. Valentine's Day is right around the corner. You better start planning. The ingredients you're going to need is 1 box of your puff pastry sheets, 1 tablespoon of water, 1 egg, 2 teaspoons of milk, a pinch of salt, a 1/2 cup of confectionery sugar, or you may know this as icing sugar or powdered sugar, wherever you are in the world, and a 1/2 cup of Nutella, along with your sugar crystals. This is optional, and of course you can use whatever other sprinkle you'd like to use on these. You're also going to need flour for dusting. Let me show you how we're going to get these started. I've got a sheet of one of my puff pastry sheets here, and I'm going to lightly flour the surface. We're going to gently unroll the puff pastry. You want to follow the directions on the box of your puff pastry on bringing it to working conditions. And then we're going to remove these 2 little pieces of paper. We'll just add a little bit of flour to the top, and with a rolling pin we're going to roll it out. You're not going to even roll it thinner, you're just going to roll it out until it's a little smooth, and if it starts tearing apart on you, just pinch it together. This is a 9 by 9 inch square, and I'm going to cut them into 3 by 3 inch squares. So you can use a measuring tape like I'm measuring here, and we can go 3 inches. I use a fork by just marking it. 3 inches. Go over to this side, because when you start cutting you want to make sure you even them up. So we go 3 inches, 3 inches. And of course you're going to also do it on this side. So we're going to go 3 inches, 3 inches. And this way we'll get 9 puff pastries filled with this delicious Nutella. Use a pastry brush to just brush off all the excess flour. With a pizza cutter, or I just have this tool because I'm using a decorative edge since I cook and bake all the time, but this isn't necessary. Just that pizza cutter will do. Start where we've marked our 3 inches, and we're going to roll it horizontal until these 3 dots match up with these, and these with these. Now we're going to go. They're not perfect, but that's all right. Pull a square loose and see how simple and easy those come loose, just like a puzzle. Turn it over, and you're also going to use a pastry brush to get off the excess flour. With our Nutella, and I have these little individual packages, but if you want to use that jar of Nutella, you're more than welcome to do that too. This is about a tablespoon. Put it over here to one side. Be sure not to get it towards the edge, because we're using an egg wash for the edge so we can seal these puff pastries. To make your egg wash, you're going to use this egg. Just crack it in a bowl there. Add your water. With a fork, give it a lovely little whisking. This will make sure that the edge of our puff pastries will seal very nicely. With a little egg wash, we're going to brush the edges of that puff pastry, because we don't want any of this Nutella leaking out. We want it all to stay sealed and secured in the beautiful little pastry here. Now we're going to fold it over corner to corner. I'm going to, oh, look how beautiful that is. And we're going to use a fork or anything you want, and we're just going to gently mash the edges together, just like that. This is ready for its baking sheet. Oh, looky there, how beautiful. Nutella puff pastries off to a 400-degree preheated oven for the next 20 minutes. Looky here, our baked puffed pastries. We're going to let these cool on a cooling sheet for about 3 minutes before we transfer them. Before we add the glaze, we're going to let these cool down completely, about 30 minutes. To make the glaze for those Nutella puff pastries, I've got my confectionery sugar. I've added the salt, and I'm adding a little bit of milk. Don't add too much, because you want it the consistency of just being able to drizzle this glaze over your puff pastries. Okay, and I think that turned out perfect. You just want to add a little bit of milk at a time because you don't want to get it too thin. But if you do, you can add more powdered sugar. Okay, that looks absolutely perfect. Back with the pastries. I'm going to add a cookie sheet below the pastry so when we drizzle the glaze, it's going to catch it. Just using the whisk, I love to just go back and forth like this, and oh my yums, these are going to be absolutely fantastic. You can add as much or as little as you wish. I'm going to leave that up to you. I'm going to show you what these little sugar crystals do. I'm going to add it just to a couple, and it gives it this beautiful little finished look on your puff pastry. Using a knife, just going to open it up, and looky there. Oh yeah, looks absolutely scrumptious. Got to give it a try. Wow. Light, fluffy, filled with delicious chocolate and hazelnut flavors, y'all. And that glaze on top is just win-win. A perfect Valentine's Day treat. It's gonna melt your heart along with your taste buds. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Hope you give this a try. Give me thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Thanks a million for watching, and I'll catch you lovely people later.